Hello everyone and welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean and every day the Seattle Mariners play, you get a fresh game of baseball here on the channel at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Today we're wrapping up a series against the Athletics. JP Sears on the bump for them. It's his season debut, a Dahoy. And we have Luis Castillo making his Dahoy season debut as well. We're 2-1, they're 1-2. Our long nightmare against this Athletics team is finally over after this game because we've had to see too much of them already. For more, subscribe, ring the bell if I didn't already say that. If I did, whoopsie daisy. This is the second time I've had to record this intro because I choked the first time. So that's exciting. Good job. All right, play next game. Play full game. We're the Mariners. We're in our Sunday outfits. T-Mobile Park. Open. We want open. Open. Luis Castillo. Anybody need a break? Do I have anybody? Okay, so let's start to ask the question. Who do we have that we can put in places? Dylan Moore. It's a left-handed batter, or a pitcher. Let's do this. Let's flip. Ooh, is Polanco third? No, he's a second baseman. But his secondary's third. I think what I want to do... he's a right-handed hitter. I like Bliss and his speed. That's the thing. Let's go Bliss. Let's go Bliss in the 9 spot. Because I kind of wanted to... JP Crawford. I don't think I have a good shortstop option. Backup option. No. No. Okay. Polanco, no. And then third baseman, no. Oof. Okay. Crawford's going to have to do a lot. And we're going to have to probably... we'll probably want to use Dylan Moore in that scenario. But it's his 4th best position, so that's not great. Okay, that's fine. We can have a couple true lefties. We have our switch hitters. Solano, do we have, he's batting 455. Okay, we're fine. All right, there we go. That's the lineup. That's what we're working with today, as I welcome you in to more baseball here on the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Thanks again so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And we'll continue doing this through the rest of the season. Regular season and post, because I'm sure we'll get there. Come on. Ooh, I love this shot. That looks new. I think I got it. All right, Randy Arozarena shines. Couple of home runs in yesterday's game for the Mariners. That is a big positive. League news, Royals win in extra innings over the Guardians. Diamondbacks rally from 5 down. Wow. Jose Barrios records 100th career win. And then here is our farm report. Season hasn't started for the Arkansas Travelers yet. The Rainier Tacomas are 0-2. There you go.
Coming your way next.
So now I can do this.
So
while this gets us started.
Underway.
We have, I mentioned it the other day, but we do have a lot of home games to start the season, which is interesting. But we'll see what we can do with Castillo here. Castillo would kind of be the piece that I'd be willing to trade. I like our young guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Did I think about maybe trying to trade for Lawrence Butler? Maybe. Maybe I did. I did go in and adjust the trade block. I didn't want to look for a shortstop. I do like JP Crawford a lot. I'd like to have him on the team. I like the lefty bat. That's too slow.
And now the count is even.
This game should be starting here fairly soon.
Swing and a miss.
Mariners with a kind of a tough loss again last night. It's the first time that we've deviated
This one in the air.
from we matched the real life Mariners in our first 2 games.
Brings it in. 1 away.
Win then loss. And then it was opposite yesterday. As we take a look at the Athletics, all of their bats on the bench are right-handed. They're 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk
True
about
lefties.
how good it feels when the wind is at their back, and for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other.
It must be so easy for managers to just set a lineup, and barring any sort of like
maybe really hard
really awful
velocity that'll get you a base hit because
any really awful performances, like you're going to face 4 right-handed starters in Seattle, or 3 in most series.
Swinging
you
a
just set your
foul,
lineup,
pushed off to the
and
right.
then you just
And
kind of
that
forget
will
it. The
get
one
out
thing
of
that
play.
we will
I
make
would
sure that
throw
we
another
tinker with
breaking
is
ball.
once we get to
Try
that
go
bottom
again with the
part of the
fastball,
lineup,
slightly
as it goes, I
elevated.
think
He
it's
just
8,
has a hard
9,
time
1
catching up.
are all
And he grounds
lefties.
one to the right side. He'll do
We'll make
it
sure that we use our
second.
lower
2
rated
down.
lefty than
Good
our
sinker
higher
low in
rated
zone
lefty,
right
just in
there,
case.
and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground.
This is the
Nice
best start that
ground
we have
out.
had against this Athletics
2
team,
down,
so that's a
base is
positive.
empty. Now
We'll
it's
start
the
a series
DH,
against Detroit.
Brent Rooker.
Oh boy, that was too slow. That was too
That
slow.
misses. Ball
Then we'll have a
1.
day off
The
on
only
Thursday,
adjustment he
and
needs
then
to
we'll be in
make
San
is his
Francisco.
target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going
And
to
that'll be-
way off
that's
the
a
plate.
strike.
Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it.
And that'll
right
be
where you want it.
the home opener for the
2 down,
Giants.
nobody on. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Hard hit left side.
Nice,
Crawford
nice.
throws it
Okay,
out
hey,
inside.
best start.
And it's a
No
1-3
hits.
inning. A's
We don't have to
nothing,
like wiggle
M's
ourselves
coming
off of the
about.
hook or
You're
anything.
dialed into the
That's
show.
what we want to talk about. That's what we want to see. J.P. Sears on the mound today. We'll see what we can do. We've been kind of long ball or bust the last couple of games.
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results.
11 and
this season.
13,
One of the keys is
438
just
ERA.
being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
All right,
Now
Robles.
it's the right fielder, Victor Robles.
Four seam at 94, a sweeper at 81, a circle change at 86, sinker at 92, and a slider at 82.
That's in
That's
there,
fine.
and that's strike 1.
As a
The one
pitcher,
thing
you
that
don't
I would
wanna
be
throw
concerned
deep
about as we
over
get this game
fastballs just
underway
for
is
strikes. You really
that
need to command your
sweeper.
pitches to this guy at the plate.
We really struggled with those pitches coming across the plate from a left-handed hitter in yesterday's game.
Out to short.
That unfortunately is a little on top of it.
The throw to first. One up, one down.
And
And now we check out the Mariners
There's
lineup.
your Mariners
And it's
lineup.
clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Donovan Solano. Really looking good at the plate so far in this series with
Oops.
5 hits and 11 at-bats.
So you want to go?
That one ripped.
Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go.
And this one looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for
That is a
second.
double. That is a
Starts
double.
his afternoon off right with a double.
That's a great start for him. Let's go, Solano.
Nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
The outfield wall looks good, so we'll see when that inevitably falls apart and looks like
So
garbage.
next, Julio Rodriguez.
Where'd he go?
Went
Four
deep
seam?
in the ball game last night. Late swing,
Dang
foul
it.
off.
Dang it. Kind of saw where he wanted to go
Leads off
there.
second with one gone
Just a
in the
good
inning.
guess. So he wants to go inside.
And
Dang it,
there's a
late.
foul ball.
Ah. Yep, there it is. That's the sweeper I was so concerned about.
And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by
Damn
keeping
it.
him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if
That's
he
a
can
bad
put the
swing.
ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the finale of this 4-game set.
That's a good take. See if we can slow down a little bit here. That sweeper coming all the way across. Brutal.
The
And late.
1-1 is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down.
Got me in
Looking
the-
for the K.
Back-to-back
A lot of
strikeouts.
adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bummer. That's a
And welcome back to
huge
the
bummer.
ballpark. Stepping in, Shea Langoliers.
Langoliers.
Okay.
Castillo back to work. And there's a ball.
That is a
Castillo,
strike.
all-star.
I
He features
just
a
don't
four-seam
understand how
fastball,
that's not a strike.
slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Just missed.
That's a ball.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
That one's in there.
Yikes.
And it's 2-1.
Yikes.
And a foul ball.
Kind of lucky that we got that swing there. Okay.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
See if we can just go a little bit higher. Damn, got
Takes
to it.
off, he'll see another.
Got to it.
You're having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Breaking
Okay,
ball.
thank you. Thank you for that
And
call.
there's one down.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. And
It's a
he's
borderline
not too
pitch, sure,
he's
but
headed back to
the other
dugout.
pitch was a
Those are tough
fucking
ones to let
strike.
go as a hitter, but
Like,
with the human
not
umpire calling balls and strikes,
unquestionably a
it's always
strike.
going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
This is J.J. Bleday. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Hot shot to third.
Okay, Solano. There we go. Oop.
Slings to first.
Almost
Two
dropped
up,
my
two
controller.
down to the top of the second.
I haven't been coughing all day. I started recording the first time, this intro the first time, and then
Geloff up next for the
Getting-
A's. Just 1 for 12 in the series coming in.
That's, wow.
And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first.
There we go.
There's
Okay,
no
hey.
quietly.
That's fine.
Nothing doing
Rayleigh's,
for the
he's
offense
batting
that
it down.
time.
If he's
Down
not
to the
getting to
bottom
it,
of
he's
the
still
second.
getting the
We're
out.
tied. Nothing,
That's
nothing.
fine. I don't love it, but
Ready to
it's
go for the
it's
last half of the
okay
inning.
because we're still getting the outs.
Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
Fouled off. He was late. The 0-1. There's a strike.
Gosh darn it.
Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Apparently he's a little rusty calling balls and strikes.
Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2 strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at bat.
And ball 1. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations
Got
in
me.
the baseball.
Fans
That's circle
another,
change.
and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
3 straight strikeouts. We had the perfect. He's adjusted where he's going in the zone, and wait, I am not adjusting to it correctly. It's not going to get much easier going lefty-lefty here.
Series coming in. That's outside, and that's ball 1.
Interested to see which starting pitchers we get against the Detroit Tigers in that series coming up. That's a good take. There we go. That's what we want to see. We go 2-0 fastball here.
Swing and
No,
a miss
win with a
as he was out
sweeper.
front.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this.
Everything's been on the
left-handed
outside.
ball.
That
Hit
was
hard to
a
the ground
little more
short.
center cut, but
Zips it to first.
Drove over it.
Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
the outfield wall looks bad again.
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. 2 homers in the game yesterday.
Rosarina
so
was
he's feeling good
huge
coming
yesterday.
in. First offering misses badly for ball
2
1.
solo shots
2 out, space is empty.
for Randy yesterday. A little aggressive there. Early? No, good. And the early side of good.
Out towards right center. That's
Go
well
ball.
struck. That
Go
one's
ball.
back.
Go ball.
In one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases.
Seconds.
And he's got a double.
And again, it's another 2-out double. That's been. We had 3 of those, I think, with Rodriguez in game 2.
Dreaming about as a hitter, so no surprise he put a great swing on it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So who do we have next? It might be a lefty.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Luke Raley.
And now for Seattle, Luke Raley.
That wind is blowing
3 for
in
11
today.
the series coming in.
Oh,
This one
early.
ripped, but foul to the
Darn.
right.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this.
Oh, it's blowing out. Okay.
And that is out of play. That one back up the middle.
Send it home, baby. Send it. Send it. Send it. 1-0 Mariners. Let's go. 2-out damage. Here we go.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And
Let's go,
here
Bliss.
is Ryan Bliss. He swings and fouls one off.
Oh.
Raley off of first with 2 away. In the dirt, and the runner holds. High fly ball out to left field. Brown. Under
Darn.
this one.
Little under
makes
it.
the
Good
grab.
timing, though.
And that's
Fine.
the inning.
Hey, Raley comes
The
through with
RBI
2
single
two
pulls
outs
across a
and 2
run.
strikes.
It's now a 1-0 ball game.
That's what we want to
It's
see.
Major League Baseball, and
Let's
it's
do
on
some stuff in the
show.
field of play here.
Back here at the ballpark,
Leading off
let's
with
check
the
out the
Athletic,
latest news
the
from
third
around the
baseman,
league.
number 13,
Talked about that as
Gio.
we introed the game.
It's in and out of his glove. Still finds a way to get off a throw.
Really?
Get the out. Good recovery.
Really?
Wasn't easy
Buddy?
following the misplay.
It's a couple of those in a row. It's a little... There's only so many times we can
Up next
gamble
for the
to you
A's,
and lose,
which is
or before we
one hit and
lose.
11 at bats in the series so far. Just missed.
This is that 8-9-1 portion of the lineup.
Center field.
Not the cleanest jump, but enough air under it.
A Rosarena
away.
right there to make the grab. And there are 2 down. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. Swings through that.
0-1.
Next offering
Here
is
we
in
go.
for a strike. And
Ooh.
now strikes.
Chef's kiss. What a,
As he gets a 1,
what
2,
a
3.
sinker.
A's go quickly and
Let's go,
quietly
Castillo.
there. They're down 1-0.
All right, let's keep this offensive roll going here. We had a bad string of strikeouts.
And we're back.
Leading
Set for
up
the bottom of the
for
third.
Mariners,
Here's
the
Victor
right fielder,
Robles.
Victor Robles.
Robles hitting leadoff in today's game. And he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
And a pop-up
no.
right side, foul territory.
Just so late.
And there's 1 down.
It was such a good take. Even if that's strike 2, we're not going to do
Solano
anything with
will
it.
hit next. Doubled in his first AB. Just missed.
Yeah. Thought he would go off speed. And those coming across the plate like that, those have been trouble for me.
And a swing and a miss.
Too aggressive.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first. Yes,
Darn.
he did. That's a swing.
Step out.
And now before the 1-2,
Step up.
time is called at home plate. Got it.
Ugh, locked me
That's
up.
a strikeout.
froze me. It's a couple. There's one bad, one really bad swing in there, and I just threw everything off.
Coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard.
I thought that was going to drift inside a little bit more.
Drilled out towards left center.
Oh, baby.
It's well struck. This one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second.
That's a double.
And he's in there standing up.
Nice,
with a
easy
two-out
double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runner at second, 2 down. Cal Raleigh now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that one
Hey, that's a good
upstairs,
take.
ball 1.
He just got beat on something low and inside. Makes sense that he would change it there. Rodriguez with incredible speed.
And
That's a
another
good take.
ball.
Here we go.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat.
That's perfectly
Should drop
fine.
Back to the dugout.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second.
Okay.
And
Hey, knock it
remains
away.
2-2.
Knock it away.
Man at second.
Got me.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Another 2-out double that we can't do anything with Rodriguez. 4 hits, 1 run. We're just too late. Looking for something off speed.
Back in Seattle as we go to the top of the 4th. And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
He stayed. He went up in the zone. I was looking for that
Justice.
off speed. And yeah,
That's
what a
hit.
fucking surprise.
And a
One
good start
goddamn
to the
Butler.
inning.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a
Goodness
nice line drive
gracious.
into center field.
Wilson up to bat next. Lays off
There
the
we go.
ball. And that clips the inside corner.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Squeezes it. And there's one down.
Nicely done.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything
Yuck.
over their heads.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
1 and 2. In the dirt, but kept close. Tag, save at
Fuck.
second. And good hustle
God,
to
the
move
circle
on.
change.
That's a wild pitch.
Fucking God, I hate the circle change.
Swung on, belted. That one back. See you later. A 2-run shot, his first homer of the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 2-1.
He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
1 out, base is empty. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
Oh my God, both those pitches
A's
fucking
leading
sucked.
by a run. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And a good eye there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing
There
and
we
a
go.
miss, and he struck him out.
Darn it. We went with the circle change. And from a from trying to induce a double play to a 2-run home run.
To the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
God.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That pitch gets the corner.
That's
and the count
huge.
2-1.
That's what we need. It'd be a little absurd if they somehow got every one of those calls.
Swing and a miss.
Hey, good back-to-back there. Back-to-back outs.
The A's with a 2-run blast. And this
darn.
is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
It's a few doubles that we've left on the board. 4 hits, 1 run.
Back at T-Mobile Park,
Way to go.
and now
For
the
the
DH,
Mariners,
Jorge
the designated
Polanco.
hitter, Jorge.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on
Polanco.
offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope.
Thankfully,
You just hope
thankfully
they
that
can
was
do this inning,
foul.
get the bats back
I got a
up
little
and
excited.
well, these
Everything he
Mariners
threw, Polanco
just
was down
lack
here.
discipline
Thought he
to
was going to
play
go
this
up.
ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak
There we go.
contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And that one clips
Okay.
the corner.
And as a pitcher, when the
We're just not
hitters
looking for that
are
pitch. I mean, he's thrown everything's been off speed. He throws his 5th pitch that effectively, or I mean, just whatever.
Just keep eating right out of your hand.
Fucking
Popped
God.
up, foul ground first base side. Brings it in, and there's 1 down. So up next,
Now batting,
J.P. Crawford
shortstop,
grounded
J.P.
out his first time.
Crawford.
To the right side. And that chance handled. Jump throw. On the
I might
money.
be able to do
Nice
something with
play.
that, and it was I think we were still early on that.
Left fielder, Randy.
And stepping in for the Mariners.
Yeah, and Rosarena has a
Randy
double. It was the
Arozarena.
same thing.
1
We were
for 1
good
with a
timing,
double
just on
and a
top
run
of it.
scored. In the
Fucking
air,
fuck.
out towards left center. Bleday makes the play, and that'll do it.
Can't get whatever is in my throat that's bugging me out. God dang.
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off for the
pitcher's duel
A's,
so far.
the
Here's how the
second baseman,
starters have
Jack
performed up to this point.
Yellow.
It wasn't even that bad of a fastball. It wasn't good.
Castillo back to work. And that's
Oh
it for
my
a strike.
God.
0-1.
Castillo, get the slider in, man.
That clips the corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
That's that one away.
And 1-2.
God, they have the eyes of an eagle.
Up the middle. Not in time.
It's a really slow roller.
Nice job
Castillo
getting it.
missed
Good
it, and
roll,
Crawford
but
was gonna
very difficult
be
to get
real
anybody
tricky to get to.
on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know? Yeah, no question.
Bounding ball here. Rolls foul. That pitch in for a strike.
I'm not making the adjustment with the speed here. Fortunately, we haven't had a lot of runners on.
Hauls it in for the out.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball.
That
above
does
the
seem to be the
zone.
problem,
Swing
though,
and miss
is
or
when we're
weak contact.
inconsistent with it, it
Brown.
can cause some problems.
Sixth
A la
round. Up next
the,
for the A's. Fly to left his first time.
the circle change that we missed.
Right through there for a strike. Geloff, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. In the air, left field, Arozarena puts it away for the out. Tyler
The first
Soderstrom
baseman,
up next for
number
the
21,
A's.
Tyler Soderstrom.
Swing. and
There
a
we
miss.
go.
It's 0-1.
That's what we're looking for.
Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
Damn it,
Battling here as he fouls it away.
That fastball didn't carry. Wanted that up through the zone.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Lawrence Butler, the next to hit.
There's a bad read by
And
Crawford.
that is the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors,
That's
and
fine.
2 men left stranded.
fine.
Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the
We're
A's
able to
2
get out of
and
it.
The Mariners 1.
It's a little frustrating. Crawford couldn't turn it on either play. One of them was real quick. The other one was like a
The
little
first baseman, Luke.
rough. We scored 9 runs in the first game, and over the next 2 scored 9 total, or like 9 combined. Not great. Looking for a series win today, but we did secure the split yesterday, so that's a positive.
And that one fouled off.
Not going to do anything with
You know, this
that.
guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And that one is lifted in the air. Butler on the move towards the line.
Too much air
No
under it.
trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out.
I'm a little surprised. We're having so much. I'm having so much trouble against lefties.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Swing and a foul.
Early again. Slow down. My fastball tops out at 94.
One down, base is empty. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
They didn't deserve that
Stays
one.
alive. 1 out, base is empty.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Way
Good
inside,
take.
gets out of the way.
Got me with the fastball.
And that's 6 Ks for him in this
Damn.
one.
2
We are.
strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate.
Now batting.
When you're
We were
out over the
looking
plate,
low,
you're
and I
gonna
just
let the ball
I thought it was going to be
travel a
off
little
speed.
longer, and a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Now a chance for Victor Robles.
Man.
First pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next
That's a
offering is
sweeper.
fouled back.
Too early.
2 outs. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
His understanding of the strike zone very
We have him in a
impressive.
pretty good
That was a
spot. We have
very
him close to about
fastball.
12 pitches
I
an
don't know how
inning,
you
which
take
is a
that.
positive.
And there's a ball. The Athletics leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5.
Oof, thank you for getting a piece of that. That was a bad
That wasn't
swing.
an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And we're under it
Swing, the ball
again.
Popped in the air. Out to shallow center. Geloff makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nobody left for Seattle, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back,
Leading
and
off
take a look
for
at
the
some
A's,
hot hitting
the
in this
shortstop,
series
Jacob
as we check out the
Wilson.
numbers.
Number goes up a little bit if you take out that first game.
Slider right
That
there.
one run is. Ugh.
And that
Because they beat us, what,
misses.
5-3,
It's
and then they
1-1.
It's like 6'4". Drops it, what, 2 runs or something like that?
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that just misses.
Not getting those swings and misses, which is a little frustrating.
On the ground to third.
Solano with a good read.
Fires over to first. Leadoff man.
We don't need perfect. We just need green. We need consistent good.
Designated hitter.
We're not seeing a lot of red, which is a positive for us.
Here's some real power at the plate. Brent Rooker, he had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run
Yeah,
homer, and that helped them get the lead.
That was unfortunate for us.
Poetry in motion, and those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Rooker in his 4th year, 30 years old now, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. The next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1.
That's a strike. What are you talking about?
And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale.
Oh, that's, come on, man. Some of the calls you've been giving on the outsides for them.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. He's
Oh, we preloaded the throw. Oh, these are the innings that kill us. They are the innings that straight up kill us.
But the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Foul ball there. Castillo winds and deals. And that's downstairs and outside.
Come on, lock in here.
Close one.
Fucking no way. Get your shit together. That's a goddamn strike. Fuck off.
Right through there.
God, and there's another very hittable fastball.
Stands at first with 1 out. Grounder might be 2. The throw to second.
There we go. Nicely, hey, good sinker. That may literally be the first double play we've been able to turn.
Up in the home half of the 6th. It's the A's 2 and the
God
Mariners 1.
damn it. Some of the pitches that they've been getting calls on the outside, and it's, that's a ball.
Back of the
Get your shit
ballpark.
together, Rusty.
And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers.
Solano.
17 strikeouts, yikes. I do like those series stats.
There's a strike.
There we go. Hey, nice job, Solano. It's a little flare out. That's fine.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Can't imagine you're going to make a lot of good jumps on that kind of hit, you know?
Now it's going to be Julio Rodriguez. 1 for 2. Off the mark there. 1-0.
Now, Solano does not have a lot of speed.
Just missed.
Good take.
The A's bullpen has some movement. Jose Leclerc, the veteran right-hander.
I would be surprised if they bring in McFarland again.
The left-hander also throwing. To third. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. To first.
Only going to be 1.
Great effort there.
Just a beautiful play right there to get it out.
Damn. That's a big miss for us. I wonder if it's worth bringing in Garver in these situations with a lefty. having a switch hitter is big,
Now it's
but
the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh.
yeah, just too early.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
I love
Are
this part of the
you
game.
out of your
Does he
goddamn
really wanna try
mind?
steal second against this catcher?
Fuck
I
off.
know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Just off the inside edge.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one backs to left center. On its
Let's
way.
go, Cal Raleigh. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Yes. 3-2 Mariners. Third home run of the season. Raleigh, 75% of the games he's playing in, he's hitting fucking dingers. Let's go.
It's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around.
That's what we were looking for, was one pitch.
You keep that hitter
Just
off
something we can
balance.
get a hold
By
of.
the location or the velocity, he was all over
If
that
they
fastball.
bring in
And here comes
McFarland,
one
it's going to
Kotsay
be
as he's
interesting.
ready to
We've
make a
gotten
change
to
and
him
go to the bullpen.
previously.
JP Sears departs, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
They did a good job mixing
New
up his
pitcher
pitches
now,
against me
Jose
with him.
Leclerc.
Now,
They know that he
the
can
Athletics.
get a right-hander out,
Number
but he's in
47.
Yeah.
position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Yeah.
Leclerc.
I just felt like every time I was looking low, they went high. It went high, they looked low. Those lefties, for whatever reason,
And
gave me
up
some
next
trouble.
for Seattle, Jorge Polanco.
Four seam at
0-2 in
98,
this
slider
one.
at 84, cutter at 93, circle change at 90, and a sinker at 97. That is
Swings
just
through
too
that one.
aggressive.
No ball.
Cannot have that kind of swing.
That's out the corner.
That's a 2-0 count that we gave him a
Still
strike.
only one out here in the inning. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Brings it back towards
Is it
the
going to
wall.
go?
Outta here.
Let's go! Back-to-back jacks! Jorge Polanco, fuck yes!
They do
Let's
it
go!
again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-2.
That's a great
Back
way to
to
fire up
back
this crowd.
jacks,
They're
back
feeling
to
it now.
back jacks, back to back jacks. Woo! Hell yeah!
Back-to-back homers.
fucking
Always
go.
a special feeling at the ballpark.
Thought we might get
especially
robbed
if it's your
on
team
that one.
does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really
Actually, here, let's take a look at the replay. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, there was no way he was going to get to it. Pretty well timed, though, I guess.
fire up a ball club.
That's a cutter that we were able to get to.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the bottom of the 6th. Not even close there.
That was
1-1.
inside. Okay. Let's go manager bullpen. Lefty, righty, righty. Can warm him up. And we can probably warm Saucedo up.
Hard grounder into the outfield
Okay.
for a knock.
Okay. Okay.
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the left fielder, Randy.
And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs.
Two
Obviously
home
trying to
runs.
keep the
Let's go,
roll
Mariner Moose.
going here in this one. And there's
That's
a
fine.
strike.
0-1.
Even better. Get back.
In the dirt.
Great take. Here we go. Lock in.
Crawford.
Lock
leads
the
off first
freak
with
in.
one away. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tie them up
Take
a
a
little
timeout.
bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Blade sizing this one up.
Oh,
He's got
dang.
it. 2 down.
Perfect contact hit,
Well,
but
those
it's
can
an
be pretty
out.
fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his
Up
highest
next, with the
gear and go
Mariners,
a long way to
the
track
first
that one
baseman,
down.
Luke.
Nothing better than that. You feel like a
Raley.
wide receiver playing football.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. And
Ooh,
first
that was it.
offering
That
is
was the
fouled
pitch that we
off.
wanted.
Now this is in the air down the line. Brown has a
Darn,
beat
we
on
should
it.
have crushed
Makes
that
the grab.
first
And
pitch
that is
fastball.
that.
Damn it. Damn it.
2-round trippers in this inning.
Okay.
The long
Hey,
ball was
we get a
working.
2-run home run, and we get a
It's
solo
now
shot.
4-2.
Back-to-back
You're
Jacks.
watching Major League Baseball on the show.
We're here at the end of the 6th.
Top of inning
Leading
number
off for the
7.
Athletics,
Here's the
the
center
center
fielder,
fielder,
J.J. Bleday.
Did they read that incorrectly? Lefty, righty, righty, I believe. So 0 for 2 today.
Bleday.
Castillo can still go. He has a little bit of gas.
And that one fouled off.
You know, these athletics
78
need to bring up
pitches.
the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base
There we
hit for
go.
them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Come on. Come on.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
There we go.
That play won't be trending on social
That's
media
fine.
later on, but it's still important to
batting,
execute
the
it to
second baseman,
perfection.
Zach.
This game is a lot harder than it
Geloff.
looks, partner.
Now here is Zach
Ooh boy, too
Geloff.
slow.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Really
All
bad.
over that one
Really,
right
really
there.
bad slider.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Oh my God,
Really
Castillo.
important
What
that
the
that
hell
came
was
up
that?
now.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Come on. Let's get one more, Castillo. One more out. There we go. Hey.
Now 5
Nicely
strikeouts
done.
for him on the mound.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very different.
All right, here we go. We're going bullpen. We are going to go with our lefty.
Manager out of
We're
the
going to bring him in.
dugout,
It's
and
3
he's
straight
gonna make a
lefties. It's
change.
that
Luis
8-9-1
Castillo won't go any further,
portion of the
and a
lineup.
Nice effort out of him, no doubt.
It was
More
really just, it
coming
was
on.
one bad
We'll be back
slider.
For that in a moment.
You'll know the result of the game before I do, but
Now pitching for
how
There's
is
a new pitcher
how
for
is
the
it looking
Pen,
here for the
Taylor Saucedo.
real-life Seattle
Pretty big
Mariners?
spot he's coming into, trying
Down
to
by
strand
3
that runner
touchdowns.
at second base, so he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to
Scoreless.
use it.
Nice. Okay. Lock in here.
And now, Seth Brown pitches in there.
I kind
And
of
it's
forgot
0-1.
how slow his windup is. Even with a runner on, it's still...
Base hit. Coming home.
It's a red.
Fires to the plate. It's offline, and he scores.
Well done, drives in the run. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with
damn
a
it,
well-timed
Saucedo.
swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Line
No
drive, and there's
way.
a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
No way. Saucedo.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Everything was on time and
Now
fluid in that
the right
swing.
fielder,
Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Smoked on the ground a second.
Bliss.
Tosses
Thank
to
you.
first. That ends
Okay.
the inning.
A little damage there.
But they pick
Oh,
up
I don't
one
love it.
on the RBI
It's fine.
single. It's now
fine.
a 4-3 ball game.
I think unfortunately a
baseball
little
on the
too
show.
predictable. It was a slider, then a sinker, a slider, and then a sinker on both of those. So
We're back
I
to
think
a new
throwing
pitcher
in the
here to
sinker
start
was
the
just
bottom of the
enough
seventh.
of a
It's Spence.
And
Just
he
enough
comes
of a
on here
difference.
For the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some
Number
nerves
28.
involved in that. So we'll see how he settles in.
Spence.
Well,
so what do we bottom
one-run game.
7.
And now for Seattle,
The second
Ryan
baseman.
Bliss.
So let's take 1 second here. It's a bunch of righties, so we can. I think we're gonna actually want to. We'll schedule Thornton, but we'll make sure that we have Brash ready to roll. We could theoretically put cutter slider. We could warm up Munoz for like a 4-out save if need be. Cutter at 93, slider 87, sinker 94, curveball 83, circle change 90.
And that
there
one
was a
fouled
curveball.
off.
Well, these
too
Mariners,
early.
simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far,
That's a
and
ball.
that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the
One
pitcher's
ball,
hand
one strike.
really well.
Swings and misses.
Got me with a curveball.
And the count 1 and 2.
With
Just
all those extra base
absolutely
hits, it's
got
easy
me.
to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Ball 2.
both swings on the curveball. They were right on the edges of the zone.
Swing and a ground ball.
There's going to be enough
Wilson fires the first
speed.
on the run. Nicely done for the out.
I love how guys in
A sinker on the inside part of the plate.
down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw.
Better timing, and we probably get a better result. Darn it, darn it. I don't know why we really went with a
Down the third
contact swing in that
baseman,
scenario,
Donovan
but
Solano.
hey, it's what we did.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Dives, but it kicks
Perfect,
off his glove.
perfect.
The throw
Get
right
there.
in time.
Nicely done,
He's
Solano.
out at first.
We were in a good rhythm with him.
Runner at first with 2 away. And up next for Seattle,
I can't do anything.
Julio Rodriguez.
Maybe just let this one go.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
Okay, hold on. Substitutions. Solano's at third. There's nobody else there. 68 is significantly better. It's his third best position. What are we in? We're in the 7th? 40 points better.
Solano.
I think we got to try. We got to try.
Making a move at first.
We could use an
For
insurance
Seattle.
run. I think that'll help us pitch a little bit looser. His steal's really good.
2 outs. That clips a corner. Runner takes off,
Fouled it.
and it's fouled away. Runner on the go again. There's a ball. Throw.
There we go. I'll take my trophy. Thank you.
He has behind the plate, man. It's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man on second, 2 down.
Got me with a
Swing and
slider.
miss, struck him out.
Way under it.
And that'll do it. 1 left for Seattle.
Fucking
and it remains
fuck.
a 4-3 game. So coming into the game now on defense, Dylan
Now
Moore.
playing
He's the
third
new
base.
third
He
baseman.
came in. He did what I needed him to do. Got a steal.
Thornton gets
Got
the
on
ball
base.
from the pen.
These are the spots
Now
relievers
pitching for the
really make a
Mariners,
name for themselves.
number
Late
46.
and
Apparently
close.
every piece of
There's not
glass
much margin for error, but at the
dishes,
same time, there's a reason they're
every
put in
glass
these
plate,
situations.
every metal fork, the
One-run
loudest
game.
dishes in the
Now
world
number
are
two
happening
hitter,
out there.
Jacob Wilson, 0 for 3 in this one.
Don't usually hear that kind of clatter, so you're like, is everything all right? Are we okay?
The shortstop
That's
takes
a
the ball.
goddamn strike. Fucking
Just
fuck,
tighten
dude.
things up a little bit.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air.
We're
Rodriguez
okay. We're
on his
okay.
way over.
We have Brash, I believe, in. I think we want to try and get Munoz going as well.
Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. Strike
No
one.
ball. One strike.
That's a ball.
That's a
Tried to
fucking
sweep her.
strike.
Getting squeezed
God
a
damn
little
it,
too
dude.
late.
Grounds one to short. Crawford.
Gonna be.
Low throw.
Didn't fucking matter.
Game
God
save.
damn it. Throw it on the run.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as a pinch runner,
Number
Esteury Ruiz.
Esteury Ruiz.
And fouled off. Up and in, and the count even 1-1.
That was not a good looking sweeper.
With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th.
That looked bad. That looked so bad.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Here we go. Jeez, I hate these kinds of innings. We need a double play. Come on.
Next up for the A's, J.J. Bleday.
Big situation right here. You got some speed over there at first base. He represents the tying run. Question is, do you send him and get him in the scoring position, or do you let that batter swing and maybe put you ahead?
Runner on the go.
One
Pitch
ball.
misses.
One strike.
Not even
Safe at
close.
second, and
Not
that was
even
not
close.
And the tying run is now in scoring position. So the tying run is second. And that is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike. And no one can get there. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He scores, and the A's tie it up. It's 4-4.
Just a huge at bat right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say.
Slides, but it gets by him. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone. Go-ahead run up. And here comes the Mariners manager.
Fuck
to the mound.
off, dude.
Pitching
God
change
damn it.
coming.
And it's that stupid fucking animation. It's happened with Solano at third. It's happened with Crawford now, where they just take an extra couple steps. I'm preloading the throw. I'm doing what the fucking game wants me to do.
Great slider with
And it
tons of
just
movement.
goes like, lol, fuck you.
Just
God damn it!
missed.
Do a fucking strike, Brash!
Check swing, appeal to first. And yes, he did. He went around. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They don't come
Got
any
him.
closer than
That was such a bad play on my part. I didn't know that he was going to get the ball.
Single pushes across a run.
Oh, that's
It's now
huge.
tied
That
4-4.
is
Major League
huge.
Baseball is on the show.
Okay. We're all right. God damn it.
Bottom of the 8th. Here's the
Leading up
catcher,
for the
Cal
Mariners,
Raleigh.
The catcher.
He's a big, strong guy. Can untie this game
Raleigh.
with one swing.
Spence back to work.
Oh.
Sneaks through.
Okay.
Base hit. So a man on
I thought that was going to be the third baseman for sure.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit
Now
right
batting,
there. He
the
wasn't able to
designated hitter,
elevate it, but he put a
Jorge.
great swing on it.
Well,
Right on time,
Blanco.
good, balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
No outs. Runner at first. In now is the Mariners DH, Jorge Polanco.
Thankfully, that was
Oh,
foul. We were
foul.
early on that.
That one's
1-1.
upstairs, ball
Take.
one. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. And a count
Damn
1
it.
and 2. In the
Get
dirt.
back, get back.
2-2.
Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2 and 2. That one
It's
misses.
inside.
Counts full 3 and 2.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Here comes a 3-2. This one in the air, center field. Lede puts it away for the out. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. Swinging a
damn it.
Foul back, and that's out of play. Sharp grounder. That's through for a
That'll
base
work.
hit.
Station to station,
And a
boys.
go-ahead run in
Station to
scoring
station.
position. One away.
We
Now,
do
just
not have a lot of
nice job coming
speed.
through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so
Yeah, there's nobody that's really going to give us much of a boost. All right,
I think he'll be
Randy.
happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. A lot riding on this next at bat now as they look to take the lead at a
inside.
critical point in this one.
A Rosarena, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
That swing.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. On the ground, could be 2. Goes to second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. No runs
God
on
fucking-
2 base hits.
Remember a
No
goddamn
errors, and
soul-crushing
1 left on base.
motherfucking double plays.
9th inning coming
Fuck
up.
you.
And we are tied 4-4.
Just couldn't slow down.
And we're back.
Leading
All
off
set
for
to
the
start the
A's,
9th
the
in this
left
one.
fielder,
And the
Seth
batter now, Seth Brown.
We didn't warm up anybody in the bullpen. And it's all lefties.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Throw the ball.
Crawford throws to first in time. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tyler.
I mean, that was such a good opportunity for us to do something. That's where it's just so
Taking high in
irritating.
the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on
Is
a
it worth going out for a mound visit?
professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And here comes the
Go ahead and
Mariners
bring in
manager to the
GameSpire.
mound. Pitching change coming.
Just get one. First and second, nobody out. Or I guess it was 2, 1 out. Just got a little excited, a little anxious.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot.
Number
Game Spire.
55.
Bringing in the lefty with the
Yay.
left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Fastball for a strike. swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. There's a strike.
That's what we need. We need those kinds of pitches.
Run on base. Next offering is in for a strike. Good job to fight that one
All the way.
Here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Popped up. Moore makes the grab, and that's the inning.
We're good.
Nothing across here this half. 8-9, 1-2 up in the bottom of inning number 9. And we are tied 4-4. Bottom of the inning, leading off, Luke Raley.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The Athletics have some bullpen action. Mason Miller getting ready to go. McFarland, the lefty, warming up as well.
One ball,
that one
one
way inside. Now this is a rocket to left. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down. Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. Strike 1.
Fuck!
0-1.
The shadows are now becoming a problem.
And that's in the dirt.
Come on.
And the count is 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And now the winning run is on base.
Well, here we go.
next,
Winning run is on
Mariners.
base with 2 away.
The third
Really nice
baseman,
job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Dylan Moore. First pitch
Good take.
misses.
1-0.
Is it an 8 or a 6? It's definitely a 6. He does have good steal, though. 99 steal. Thankfully, that's foul.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Cut on
And
and
they
lifted
roll.
in the air. Brown.
Fucking
Squeezes it.
fuck.
And that's the 3rd out. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. And we are tied 4-4. New inning getting started. And now here is Jacob Wilson. And that's too high.
I guess we don't really need...
And now 2-0. And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. Tied at 4. And that is out of play. And
Come on.
misses with
Come on.
That's a really good take.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rodriguez balls it in, and there's 1 away. Here's the throw. So the go-ahead run.
Where's their lineup? What's their lineup doing? 2 righties. Fuck it. We bring in Munoz.
Manager out of the
Fuck it.
dugout now, and it looks like
Not.
we'll see a
I'm
change
not.
on the mound.
I'm not managing the bullpen well. I was hesitant. I was like, do I use them? Because we have the Tigers coming up tomorrow. We can't be leaving lefties up there. We could have probably done what we did in the last inning, 1 out and go to a mound visit and then go from there, but it's all good.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out
That was
those
a really
feet,
bad pitch.
whatever
1
it
ball.
takes.
2 strike.
Line drive. Hits it to the back himself, but he's back in time.
Bliss with a beautiful move.
Knock written all over it.
Holy moly, stole it away. Almost a double play on that.
Bring it down.
Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. That's in there. That's strike 1. And a swing.
I can't believe we got that swing.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
And a slider misses down.
That's
and
fine.
away.
Those were intentional.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
There it is. All right, that's why you bring in Munoz. Slider,
Sometimes
slider,
you want
slider,
to get emotional
fastball
on the
high
sleeve,
inside.
but
Let's
that's
go.
okay, as long as he's getting results, and right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're in a good spot here. We have good speed on the base paths. We need to be smart.
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 10th. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Liner, and this could be trouble.
That's it. That's game. Julio comes through.
Comes the winning
Let's go. Walk-off win, Dylan Moore.
extra innings.
Thank you, Julio. Oh. I'm surprised they left that pitcher in so long. He left cutter, maybe? I'm not exactly sure what it was, but we saw it pretty well. And
Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
we pick up our 3rd win of the season, a back-and-forth series. I think it's going to be a very interesting year. I have that difficulty set to legend or whatever the highest that isn't GOAT is for pitching. And we have it's at all-star hitting, which is right about where I top out at. And you can see that without that dynamic difficulty, it starts to get a little more interesting. The games get a little
Close one here
tighter.
today, and your final 5-4.
We're able to eke out some wins here against the Athletics. We'll see how well they do when they're not battling us, and we'll see how well we do as we get to face a Detroit team that was a playoff team a year ago. Munoz picks up his first and probably one of the few wins that he'll have this season. Mitch Spence gets the loss. We pick up a 3-1 series win. As we take a look at the highlights here, we fell behind early. And I think that's been kind of a problem for us. Like, we did get the 1 run, and then we gave up the 2-run home run. We put up 3 in the bottom of the 6th, or whatever it was. Took the lead 4-2, but they kind of... We have had trouble turning double plays. We've had trouble with some infield defense here and there, a bad double play at the end of the 8th, but Julio is our hero. And the Mariners win 5-4, and it was a pretty easy send, which was weird because if you go back and look at that play, we go Mariners 10th. It was the 1 play. If you go back here, as it's coming off the bat, I hit R1 instead of R2. He gets kind of hung up. It's a kind of a delayed reaction as he's waiting to see if the third baseman can get it. So then you wonder if he's going to be able to get to it, but because the left fielder, because Brown isn't able to get there, it actually ends up being a pretty easy play. But there was a pretty notable hold as he waited. So. As it came off the bat. crack, good sound, just over the outstretched arm, and we are off to the races. Mitch Spence gets the loss. He pitched 3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, struck out 1, no walks. They'll probably change that to 1 in the loading screen if they show this, which I don't know that they do. Brent Rooker was our trouble spot today. Lawrence Butler we were able to hold to 1 for 5, which has been a problem for us. But we still let Zach Geloff go 3 for 4 with a double and a run. Brent Rooker was 3 for 4 with a home run. He knocked in 2 and scored. So if it's not death by one dude, there's a couple other guys in their lineup that were giving us some trouble. So we give up 11 hits, which has been kind of a problem as we go through this opening series. But hey, that's what we have it on these difficulties for us to make these games a little more interesting, and that they were. Kyle Brawley's your player of the game, 2 for 4, a home run. It was a 2-run blast. Obviously, he scored. Jorge Polanco was 1 for 4 with a home run. That was a solo shot. Those two went back to back. Julio Rodriguez was 2 for 5, a double, a ribby, a run. And Rosarino was 1 for 4. He had a double and he scored a run. Munoz with the win, 0.2 innings pitched, no hits, 1 strikeout, no walks, no earned. Hopefully we don't need him for a save situation tomorrow. I think that's kind of a concern, but I think there's also like a lot of that just kind of, you know what? Fuck it. We got to bring in our best guy and hold this team to no runs and score. It starts to put the pressure a lot on whoever's coming up to bat, which in this case was Julio Rodriguez. Like, we got to get some contact with him. We have to score if we're going to bring in Munoz, because we don't have a lot of options past him with how we manage the bullpen today. We got to get better at that, and we'll figure that out as we go along. 3-1 series win for us to start the season, and we will see the Detroit Tigers tomorrow. We'll advance the day, and it will be Matt Manning in game number 1, Alex Cobb, and then Tarek, like Derek, Skubal in game number 3. The Tigers coming into this series 1-2. We are 3-1. And we will see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on youtube.com/Shondasaurus Rex. Thank you so much for watching. If the Mariners are playing baseball in real life, you get to watch me play Mariners baseball in fake life. Subscribe right over here. Ring the bell down below for more. Baseball playlist updating right here. This morning's video up there. It was the final March Mascot Madness of 2025. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Good sports. Go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night.